Hi guys, it's me Ty and I'm back with another unboxing. This time around I have Nendoroid number 466 Kurumi Tokisaki from the anime Data Live 2. And as you can see here, when did this come out? Yeah, this one was part of my February haul. So I'm not quite as behind as I used to be with unboxing these. But if you've seen this video, you know that I received this one from Ami and that I love Data Live. Like, I love that show. I haven't finished the anime yet, and so I know the bare basics of Kurumi. There's a little more to her story because she's kind of complicated that I haven't gotten into yet, so I might not know every bit of what the poses may signify, but I do know a little bit about her. As you can see here, here's the front of the box, and this is just a great picture of her right here on the front cover. I love already that the front of the box, it totally has her outfit with the red and the black. And with as a newer box, you can see Good Smile Company has really gone back to taking its time with the boxes. And you can see like this little glossy enamel, like glossy bit of, looks like a clock gear on the box. And with the regular matte black and red finish for the rest of it. So here she is in the front. Sorry about the glare of me on the screen. But you see her here with her red and black dress on through the window. Like I said, here's her picture of her face, and you can see already she has the two different color eyes. One red and one is like a picture of a clock. Here is the top of the box, which is an awesome pose already with her with both guns out. So cool. I can't wait to open this. And here's the bottom of the box, which her looking extra crazy. Here she is from this side. Another awesome pose. I love that. Her hands on her hip. Let me see here. This box is tall. I had the camera set up from the Love Live Nendoroids, and those are smaller. But anyway, here you can see her with still looking crazy, but this time her guns are back out. Oops, sorry. And this side of the box, so cool. I can't wait to just open this up. She's so cool with the guns right there. Oh, sorry. And here she has kind of almost sweet to her madness, her pose of with her finger up. So that's also cute. And here is the back of the box. Awesome. Okay, so let's open her up. I already sliced the tape up top. And as usual, these have been stiff lately. There it is. Oh. 1 second, and here is the typical Nendoroid instructions, which we've all seen. As with the Mikasa Nendoroid, this insert comes out, and so you can also use that as a background with the Nendoroid. And it's really hard for me to get a clear picture of this on camera, but you can kind of see it here. The design on the back is very faint on this gold metallic color, but it's really a nice design. Really nice. Attached to the back also, which can be used with the Nendoroid, is another plastic clock insert piece that you can use as a background with Tokisaki. As not to quite spoil for anyone who hasn't seen the anime, but I guess she travels back in time or something like that. That's one of her powers. Like I said, I'm only partway through the anime, so I haven't seen her complete story. And like I said, I also don't want to spoil anything for anyone else either. But yeah, here's the clock insert. So cute. Yeah, and you can see that same design in the middle is what's on the back of the cardboard of the insert. Really cute. Really cute. Okay. Alright. And besides that, here is Tokisaki herself. Already we can see she has a number of extra hands here. She has 3. Here is the plastic piece to hold the inserts. And yeah, she has multiple extra hands and a bunch of extra arms. Okay, and here we have, blah, 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 typical Nendoroid base. yeah, we've seen these a million times, guys. So yeah, plain base, plain arm, and as we can see, there's nothing unique about her arm, which is interesting. I mean, yeah, I don't know what I expected, but yeah, it's pretty standard shape. Some of the later ones have been kind of unusual, but this one is okay. And here's an extra neck joint. All right, let's open her up. And I'm gonna try to do this carefully because, as I said, she has a bunch of extra hand pieces, and I don't want anything popping out. But here is the attachment piece for the inserts that clicks right onto the base. Here's just one of her extra guns, her smaller pistol, and she has a bunch of extra arms. Here's her insane faceplate when she's looking really crazy, really crazy. Oh, mine's a little dusty because I just dropped it on the floor. Sorry about that. But here she is, looking as crazy as ever. And here is this, not quite sure what to call this kind of a face. Yeah, she looks kind of mischievous. She still has a kind of crazy look, but it's when you're like calm, cool, and collected. Yeah, I guess I'll go with that look. Can't wait to try this out with the other poses. Okay, guys, and here we're back with Tokisaki with no with the plastic removed, and as you see, she looks spectacular. Spectacular. She's awesome. Look at this. And like I said, she's not my favorite character. I love Toka, but of course Toka needs an enemy to fight with, correct? I love that this ponytail is articulated. It just moves kind of up and down, no other real direction, but it's still cool, and it's, you know, it's extra long. It's longer than these other sides, and she has this bonnet because she's dressed kind of like a goth Lolita style. So cool. And at first looking at this, it looked like because her colors are red and black, the skirt looked a bit dingy and it looks a little gray here, but that's because if I put it up close, you can see the bottom of the skirt is made of a translucent material. You can kind of see my finger through there. So that's so cool. So at first I thought, oh, maybe they did a bad paint job, but no, they just did a cool job of using this translucent plastic for the bottom of her skirt. So you can even kind of see her legs through there. Yeah, it's so cool. And I love the black ruffles on it. You can see her boots here. Well, I hope you can. It's kind of hard to, there it is. I'll steady her a bit, but you can see her boots there that come up halfway up her leg with the stockings. And yeah, these cool little arm wristbands. And again, with the two different color eyes, the red, and I love that the other one has the clock. Really very cool. And so yeah, here she is from the back, which is still just the same dress and the multiple ruffles. That's about it. But anyway, let's get into posing her. Really cool character, guys. Okay, guys, just coming back real quick, just to show you a few differences from other Nendoroids I've had in the past. As I've showed you before, the ponytails are articulated kind of a thing, but they're not on a typical ball joint kind of a thing as the other Nendoroids have been. I mean, yeah, there's a ball joint here, but it's not a separate ball joint kind of a thing. It's like the tip of the ponytail clips onto the other half. Can you see what I'm saying? So this does swerve around, and I think it come out. But more likely, if you pull too hard or something, the hairpiece is going to come off instead. And it's not going to clip in back the same way as other Nendoroids have. And I just also want to show you how to change her faceplate. You can see here, she has this bonnet head covering piece, and you don't see the typical line. The line is underneath the bonnet. Sorry, kind of shaking her, make it up close. So you have to kind of pull from this front hair part here to pull it apart there, and now you see where it separates. I had to kind of look for that because typically you can just run your fingernail along the line and pull it off, but you can't really see it from there. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. Also, to show you guys, with just every pose you do, you'll notice that mostly she comes with extra hands and extra arms like this. And to change that, you constantly switch it out and they all connect into this little her wrist cover things. I don't remember what they call these little glove like things. So then you would take that off, and that's how you change each of the arm pieces. Okay guys, and we're back with the first pose. And as you can see, this is the one that was on the front of the box, and I have to say it's awesome. At the same time, I've run into my first problems. It seems like the Nendoroid is as difficult as the character herself. Because yeah, I've already had issues, and this is just the first pose. But I have to say, she looks terrific. Like, yeah, it totally fits the personality. I love this. But I'll turn her a little bit and you can see some of the issues I was having and what I'm talking about. As you can see here, her arm isn't in all the way, and that's because I find that her arm pieces are a bit stiff to go into their joints, well, particularly this one on this side. And with that, I didn't want to force it in because different times compared, like if the other arm pieces don't have a peg as big as that one, this one will stretch out the armhole and make putting any of the other ones in it, make them loose. They'll be loose for any other pose. So that's why I didn't force it in and I left it out. But you can see it's in there tight, but it's just very, very stiff. Like it's like too big for the hole or something like that. Also, with her hands on her hips, they're supposed to be in the fist. And as also the same thing with the hands, I find that they're in here very tight. I just couldn't get this one out at all. And I had a little trouble with this one, but eventually got it out. But it's just very difficult. And so I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to do the other poses because this one is still stuck in there. I can't get it out. Even when I was changing the wrist joints, it seems like one side felt like it was almost glued in there or something like that. So yeah, even though this is an awesome pose, I can tell that I'm just going to have so many more problems with the next poses. But she still looks great. Really good. I really love this one. So yeah, this one already, she's starting out, she looks great, and she would display very well like this from the side. As long as you don't have her from the front and you see the space on the arm, she looks terrific. But let's move on. Okay, and we're back. And with second pose in, as we can see, Tokisaki looks as if she's up to no good. Like, I can't explain it. She just looks so mischievous here, like she's planning something. I mean, she doesn't look quite evil, but she definitely looks mischievous. And as you can see, same as with the first pose, she looks awesome. Like, from every angle you turn her, she looks great. Just fantastic. And I love the facial expression. Like, she really does have a secret, and like she's really just plotting and planning and all of those things. She looks great. But I would have to say that as feared previously, when I put the straight arm back in, this is the arm that she had straight out of the box. Once I put it back in after that after the first pose, I already noticed that it's slightly looser than what it was originally. It's not too bad. It's not like it's just dropping out or anything, but it is a noticeable, it's like a difference. And so I guess I won't be going back to that first pose anytime soon, even though it was a really cool pose. I don't want it messing up with any of the other poses, and I really wish that I had saved that one for last. But anyway, as I said, here she is looking particularly cute, and with my poor lighting, it actually works out on this one because it gives her that shadow across her face with her bangs, and totally brings out like some of the wickedness of the character. I wouldn't say wickedness, but yeah, if you know the character, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Turns out Kurumi did have a plan. She's come, guns drawn, ready to take down the enemy. And as you can see, she's doing it all with a little smile on her face. So yeah, while she has a pleasant look, obviously she's up to no good. And this pose captures it all. As you can see, here she is. Let me turn her a little bit. Again, despite all the difficulties I've had with this Nendoroid since opening it, I have to say every pose you put her in, she looks outstanding. Check this one here. She's awesome, right? You can see her pistol and her, I don't know what you want to call that, the rifle, or yeah, it's like old style weaponry. try to get up close so you can see it a bit better. You can see it's made out of brown wood with like this gold ring around it. And like I said, it's old-fashioned styles of different weaponry. Same goes for the pistol here. Let me turn her here. Can you see that? Yep, like an old-fashioned pistol. She looks awesome. Truly awesome. And I mean, I haven't seen the parts of the anime. I can't explain to you what type of guns these are supposed to be, but yeah, they look amazing. And so does she. Like right here, right guys? Yeah, this is the best pose for her. So awesome. And like I said, she does it all with a smile on her face, and like I said, the shadows is really helping her to kind of give her that. And as you can see, she's finally gone over the edge. By her facial expression alone, you can see she has snapped, and with her guns drawn, she's clearly out on the attack. I love this pose, I have to say. It's not as cool to me as the last 3 poses we've done of her. Maybe because I like her with more of like the calm, cool, collected look. But this one is pretty cool as well. You can see, yeah, she really looks on edge. Like she has bags under her eyes and she just looks really crazy, which is really cool. Matter of fact, the pose looks even better with her head tilted up a bit. You see more of her eyes. And with my poor lighting, you see like the shadows over her face. So it does look really cool. And same thing with the guns. They're out, they're drawn, and she looks like she's firing all over the place. So yeah, really cool pose, guys, really cool. And last but not least, here we have Tokisaki in her last and final pose. And as you can see, bullets are flying, guns are blazing, and clock is ticking. This is so awesome, guys. As you can see, her feet is up in the air, and she's like doing a Matrix style move, jumping or flying or whatever she's doing, but it really is just very cool. And I love what the, well, technically the clock background wasn't there on the box, but yeah, I think it fits this nicely. Just perfect scene for this. I really love how like she seems focused and intent as she's aiming the guns, and yeah, really cool pose. Let me try switching the angle. It looks even better. Oh, isn't this awesome? She looks so great. I have to say, guys, so even though overall, like, I really love this Nendoroid, I do. And considering the fact that I only got her to complete as for part of the Data Live set, like I initially didn't even want this Nendoroid, I have to say I'm not too disappointed. I mean, yes, even though I didn't mention it as much, I've had the arm issue with every pose since the first one. So that was a bit disappointing. And with the hands and arms. But like I said, considering that I didn't want this one originally, my opinion on this has, you know, basically changed. I do really like her. I do find that every pose is very interesting and just so amazing. So I do love it. And with this pose here, definitely, yeah, it's just awesome. I love it. So yeah, I don't regret getting her at all. And yeah, you may be a bit frustrated if you get her and have some of the same issues I did. But overall, yeah, I think she's worth the purchase. But anyway, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.